Good morning, my absolute lovelies, and welcome to the Monky Pad. This is actually a world exclusive. You guys have never seen in my pad. You can definitely tell it's the Monky Pad because we've got the Monky London silver play button. We've got ye old hard charger award. We've got a fried JZX90 piston, definitely seen better days. For those of you that have been following me on all my social media channels recently, you would have known that I've started twitching. This is the famous Monky London Twitch setup. I'm using a lovely garden deck chair or garden sun lounger as my gaming chair. We've got my laptop propped up on a cardboard box and a plastic box. I was originally using a Henry Hoover stand. I had a Hoover stand here and I had my camera mic actually attached to it with duct tape. I've now done a little upgrade. We've got a Shure SM58 mic. We've got a mic stand. I've also got a Focusrite USB audio interface. I've got me good old Xbox down here. And then I'm using an Elgato HD60S, which is a game capture card. It's an external game capture card. They do an internal one as well if you've got a PC. It's pretty ghetto and it's pretty basic, but that's pretty much everything you need to start up a basic stream setup. It's been really nice sort of getting online, playing games and chatting to all you guys. The main point of today's video, if you've been paying attention to my Instagram, you will know that Versarosim, who are pretty much the world's leading racing simulator manufacturers, are popping down to mine today to drop me off a sim. They deal with some top level racing drivers, Formula 1 drivers, touring car drivers, rally car drivers, and little old me. I'm going to be doing a full series on this build. Obviously I'll be going into a lot of detail on the simulator build. The main aim today is just to get the sim in place. If you guys want to have a little look at the Versarosim range, check out their website down here and their Instagram page as well. I'll leave a little link in the video description below. They cater for all of the simulator market. You can get a low end gaming setup all the way up to a full-blown Formula 1 simulator. They actually do a full F1 cockpit as well, so you can literally get a Formula 1 car in your living room. Versarosim have actually just arrived now, so I'm going to go and help the boys bring all the stuff up, and I'll see you guys up here in about 2 seconds. Check out this bad boy. Oh my god. Luckily I've just about got enough space for this because it's a pretty hefty setup. But yeah, what an amazing rig. It took the guys probably, I'd say about an hour to an hour and a half to get everything set up. The unit did kind of come pre-assembled. We had to separate it into 2 bits to get it in here. But yeah, initial response is, wow, this is certainly way more than what I expected. I'll obviously be going through the full specs in a later video, but for now we'll just give you guys a sort of basic rundown. Here we've got Versarosim's triple monitor stand, which is pretty hefty. This can run up to 55-inch monitors or TVs. I'm probably going to be running about a 35 or 37-inch set of monitors all the way around, so I get a really good refresh rate. The main frame on these Versarosim rigs are super sick as well. Obviously a tubular frame, and they're super sturdy as well. Obviously a lot of you guys that do sim racing will know that having a pretty sturdy setup is quite important, so you're not sort of moving the controls around when you're using them. Like you see in a lot of race cars, it's also got a checkered aluminium floorboard, which is pretty cool. This particular setup actually has Versarosim's iRig dual gear stick mount. So you've got one here, and you've also got one here as well. That's pretty useful. Obviously I'm a right-hand drive guy, but if you're a left-hand drive guy, you like to alternate between the two if you're a professional racing driver. These seats are professional bucket seats. They're actually supplied by Corbo UK, who are a very sort of reputable seat manufacturer. I haven't actually got the harness pack on mine. They do a little harness kit which comes up here, and you get the harnesses through there, so that's something we can definitely considering adding at a later date. Versarosim do actually do a full motion rig with sort of 4 posters either corner. For now we've got their sort of more basic static setup. It does have a pretty cool butt kicker under here, which sort of gives you tactile feedback through your bum. The butt kicker will obviously react to what's going on the screen, so if you're like John and you're going up banks all the time, you're going to feel a lot of movement through your bum. Next up on the list is the Fanatec wheel. So this is a full force feedback system, so it gives you sort of feedback when you're turning the wheel like a real car would. Quite nice quality on the Fanatec stuff as well. I don't know if you can see there, but this is all actually carbon fibre, which is pretty cool. This steering wheel is actually temporary. It's a pretty decent unit, but the guys at Versarosim have actually given me a full hub converter, so I can swap this wheel out and put one of my Keys Racing wheels on there. As you guys know, I love to use a Keys Racing steering wheel, so I think putting a sort of proper drift orientated steering wheel on the setup will make it look pretty cool. Same thing with the handbrake and the gear stick. These are all Fanatec items as well. Give the handbrake a little pull so you guys can see what it's all about. That's obviously the gear stick. You've got a 7-speed manual gearbox. Obviously I've only got 6 gears in my car, so we probably only use 6. What's quite cool as well, you've actually got to push it down to put it into reverse, so it's quite similar to a regular gearbox. So push it down, that's into reverse. I don't know if you guys can see down there, but there's actually a little switch on this. So if you flick that switch there, that then makes the gearbox fully sequential. So now it should just go up and down, and you can't turn it left and right. So that's how you turn it into full sequential mode. The only thing I wasn't too sure on was handbrake location. On my regular drift cars, I actually run a handbrake down here. I like to have it in the original place. See, on a competition car, generally speaking, you run a hydraulic handbrake, and it's usually a lot higher up near the gear stick or the steering wheel. We actually decided to keep it in the sort of competition car place, as it were. What we decided long term, as I'm trying to become a sick competition drifter, it's probably best for me to learn now with a sort of a similar setup to how my competition car will be, rather than having it how my practice cars are now. But be interesting to see over time if I can get my head around that. Last thing on the feedback side is the Fanatec pedal setup, which you can see down here. If you actually, well, you guys can't touch it, but if you feel the pedals, they really do feel like you're pressing an actual car pedal. At present, we've just got the sim set up. Obviously, I can't use it yet because I've still got to find myself some monitors and the PC as well. I have my fine associate, so Mrs. ML. I'm just going to show you guys what it's like to get in it. My kind camera associate, Mrs. ML, on the camera work. It's pretty easy. I'm pretty used to getting in these things because I'm getting into awkward cars. But yeah, that's pretty much as you sit. Obviously, foot up there. Off you go. Watch, 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 watch. With this steering wheel as well, it also has paddle shifters on the back. I probably won't really be using paddle shifters because, let's be honest, none of my gearboxes are going to have paddles, are they? Seat is also fully adjustable, so if you've got long legs like me, you can kind of get your seat into position. What do you think of the setup, Mrs. ML?
Yeah, I think it's
It's sick, isn't it? Do you want to have a little sit? Come and have a sit. What do you think?
Yeah, it's cool.
It's cool, isn't it?
I'll try not to get frustrated.
What about your seating position? Because your thing is you've got proper long legs, haven't
Yeah.
you? Although,
I'm not far off you.
no, when we sit in the car, I go about an inch further back than you, don't you? We're pretty close.
Yeah.
Georgie also sits on the floor when she drives her cars. If you ever see her driving past, you'll be like, why is a 4-year-old driving that car?
She's so small.
I can only see the top of her head, what is going on. A lot of you guys won't realise, but I actually learnt to drift by playing Forza Motorsport. I've only really been drifting properly for the last 3 years, and I think one of the reasons I managed to pick it up so quickly is because I had a history of playing computer games. I just played originally with an Xbox and an Xbox controller. Obviously now George is going to be playing on a full racing simulator, so it'll be really interesting to see over time how quickly she picks up and how many benefits this really does have towards real life racing. I have been in talks with a PC company called the PC Specialist. You can check out their website down here and their Instagram as well. As always, really appreciate it if you guys give them a little follow. There's some discussions going down at the moment about a suitable gaming setup for this rig, so I'll keep you guys updated over the next few weeks. Fingers crossed we can get something sorted. I'm also quite interested to hear from you guys. I want to know below in the comment section, what platform are you playing on? Are you an Xbox person? Are you a PC person? Are you playing on PlayStation? And I also want to know what games you guys would recommend for the sim setup. That just about wraps up today's video. Fist bump from Mrs. ML. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to give me a like, put your comments down below. Do my best to get back to you, and we will see you soon.